have a kind of certain banter, which Harry used to thoroughly enjoy, pretty sexist and misogynist and so on and so on. And they're spraying around all their normal jokes. And Meghan is picking them up on every single one. And it's driving.
Once called a real-life fairy tale, Meghan Markle's story of going from a lesser-known Hollywood actress to a fancy royal life has turned into something pretty embarrassing. It's like a warning story about being too proud, feeling entitled, and chasing empty dreams. In what people call a huge fall from grace, critics like Tom Bower and Piers have called out Meghan for not understanding what being royal really means and always promoting herself. Now, people make fun of her, calling her a fancy online seller pushing jam jars and skincare products. Meghan went from living in a royal castle to the wild world of trying to be a social media influencer. At Sandringham, there was a weekend hunting party, which is normal for Harry. He thought everyone would get along, but it was the opposite. Meghan didn't hold back from complaining about how people acted, talked, or behaved, and it caused problems. The British public isn't buying her new image. Tom Bower, one of Meghan's biggest critics, explained her downfall simply. She's a one-trick pony who used the royal name and then threw it away. After leaving the royal family, Meghan stopped focusing on helping others and started chasing money. Her new projects aren't about leaving a legacy or doing good, but about making cash and online ads. Her new lifestyle brand started with jams and oils that people said were too expensive and had no clear purpose. It's wild to think someone who was once a royal is now selling stuff online like a young wellness influencer. The change isn't just surprising, it's kind of embarrassing. What's funny is, on the way home from Sandringham, everyone was texting each other like, wow, she's nuts. How can Harry stay with her? The same thing happened when they went to Tommy Inskip's wedding in Jamaica, a good friend of Harry's, who ended up not inviting them to the dinner after the wedding. Few people have called out Meghan as directly as Piers. In a harsh TV segment, he criticized her for always acting like a victim. She doesn't want privacy, she wants attention, but only her way, he said. Piers called her life after leaving the royals a lesson in manipulation, saying she uses emotional stories to avoid criticism and build her brand. Meghan's interviews are mostly about herself, not real causes. Her Spotify podcast was full of planned speeches about her struggles, while the people she said she was helping barely got to speak. For Piers and others, Meghan's story is about holding on to grudges, not growing. At a celebrity event, people who barely knew her were there, and Meghan controlled everything. When asked about the Queen, reports say the Queen didn't want Meghan at Prince Philip's funeral. Palace insiders keep saying one thing: Meghan never really wanted to be a working royal. She didn't like royal rules, didn't want to do traditional tasks, and argued with staff. Royal duties seemed beneath her, and she often seemed uncomfortable. One former staff member said Meghan cared about fame, not the structure of royal life. She wanted the global spotlight that came with the title, not the responsibilities. If Meghan had been at Philip's funeral, she would have stolen the attention. The media focused on Harry and William walking together, talking about their relationship after the Oprah interview. When the Queen reportedly said, "Thank goodness Meghan isn't coming," it showed she didn't want the focus to shift from Philip. The idea of serving others, being humble, and putting others first, key parts of being royal, never seemed to click with Meghan. She wanted the crown's fame, not its duties. While Meghan tries hard to stay in the spotlight with product launches and publicity stunts, Catherine, the Princess of Wales, shows what being a royal is really about. This year, Catherine didn't even go to Ascot, but everyone still talked about her. At the Jubilee, the Queen, and likely Charles and William, made sure Harry and Meghan weren't on the balcony so Netflix wouldn't take over their big celebration. Stories about Meghan show her acting like a diva, very controlling about how she looks, like when she did Vogue. That's influencer Meghan. No matter how hard she tries, she can't get attention without causing drama. Catherine doesn't need to chase headlines. Her quiet strength, elegance, and work for causes do it for her. The difference is huge. Meghan demands attention, while Catherine gets it naturally. It's real class versus planned chaos. Some say Meghan didn't know what she was getting into, but others think she's a clever, scheming woman. At the end of a book, the author realized how successful she'd been. From a broken family and an unknown actress, Meghan became a global star, which was her dream since she was 9, telling her dad, I want to be famous and walk the red carpet. And she did it by marrying Harry. But now, is the Sussex brand in trouble? A lot of my American friends are totally over them, which wasn't the case a year ago. Her new brand, Ever, is criticized for being overpriced and empty. People worry it's just another shiny thing with nothing real inside. In short, Meghan's career looks like a graveyard of failed ideas. Her children's book, The Bench, got bad reviews. Her Spotify podcast, Archetypes, was canceled after one season. The Netflix deal made a boring documentary that didn't touch hearts or start conversations. Each time, Meghan starts with a big announcement. A Vogue shoot or a tearful interview, then nothing. No follow-through, no impact. It's a cycle. Announce, dramatize, disappear. She wanted to be famous, and by marrying Harry, she got it. But now, the Sussex brand seems to be fading. Meghan's post-royal career is full of flops and forgotten projects. She went from walking beside the Queen at royal events to carefully setting up product photos for social media, promoting jam jars like they're a big deal. Her Ever brand is mocked for its overpriced, underwhelming stuff. With people joking, she's become an Instagram influencer without anything real to back it up. Critics say she's selling a fake lifestyle no one believes. Gone is the Duchess who sat in Buckingham Palace. What's left is a woman trying to survive on planned posts and falling credibility. The royal family keeps going, and behind palace walls, people feel relieved. Reports say Harry and Meghan's exit, though messy, lifted a heavy weight from the monarchy. Staff don't have to tiptoe around anymore, and public support for the royal family has gotten better since they left. King Charles is focused on his legacy. Prince William and Princess Catherine are working hard with grace, while Meghan keeps stirring up drama from far away. The difference is clear. One side is building the monarchy's future, the other is selling soap. The royal family shows they never needed Meghan, but Meghan still needs the royal connection to sell her products. Once upon a time, people gave Meghan a chance, but now they're tired of her. Her repeated claims of racism, bullying, media attacks, and royal cruelty sound like a script she keeps repeating. Her tell-all with Oprah got sympathy at first, but the more she talks, the more people notice contradictions. Even her Netflix documentary had moments called out as misleading or exaggerated. Now her image depends more on complaints than on people liking her. You can only cry wolf so many times before people stop listening. Meghan's relationship with Hollywood is now more awkward than exciting. She wasn't well known before marrying Harry, and though she dreamed of being a global icon, she's become someone nobody wants to invite. Sources say big celebrities avoid her because of the drama that comes with the Sussex brand. Her failed Spotify deal shocked Hollywood. If she couldn't keep a podcast going with full creative control, what else can she do? In a city where results matter, Meghan is seen as a risk, not a star. It's a quiet rejection, but a strong one. When the trick is done, so is the game. Meghan's whole plan after leaving the royals was about using her royal status to build a brand. But that trick is old now. The titles don't mean much outside the palace. Her story of being a royal victim isn't working anymore, and people aren't charmed by her anymore. Without the Duchess title and the sympathy from her exit, she's just a celebrity trying to stay important. The irony is she left royalty to be independent, but now she holds onto royal relevance to sell jam. A true one-trick pony, and even that trick is getting old. So Meghan Markle's journey isn't about royalty anymore. It's about trying to reinvent herself and messing it up. Once a duchess with the world in her hands, she's now holding on to fading fame with jam jars and recycled stories.